So, um, prepare for some glazing because I'm about to be doing tricks on it. Hey everybody, it's Mothcool here, and today we're talking about Fortnite Chapter 6. It's kind of crazy that we're 6 chapters into this whole just thing, and they're still continuing to just impress me and just pump out content like I've never just seen before, just in general. And I really do want to talk about this. I think that chapter 6 is really fun so far. My first impressions are extremely positive. I know that last chapter 5, my first impressions were very positive and people didn't really take kindly to that. However, I think that this is going to be a bit of a different situation. You know, the changes have been mostly positive. I feel like a lot more people are kind of taking positively to a lot of these changes. I do kind of want to talk about the finale event too before I get into this, because I feel like I'm not going to be able to get my opinions on it out either way. And wow, that was one of the best live events I think I've ever seen. I understand, you know, people that are into the lore or whatever are probably displeased, but I'm also gonna be honest. I think that that live event beats out Travis. I mean, every single part of that was good, even the bad parts. Ice Spice were really genuinely good. I don't think that there was any bad part about that event. You got like a little storyline teaser at the end of it for chapter 6, and overall I'm really a big fan of where Fortnite's heading, and the tribute to Juice WRLD at the end was absolutely phenomenal. Honestly, like rest in peace, man. Like genuinely epic games. They did the unthinkable. They keep just one-upping each and every single thing they do, and I'm glazing. Like I love those developers. I love everybody that works on Fortnite. They do a great job, and I'm about to glaze their work. I'm about to give my thoughts and opinions on it. So chapter 6 has been out for a couple of days now. I haven't gotten a chance to stream it yet. I will be actually streaming it the day of recording this. Video will probably go out the day after, obviously. So if you're seeing this, you know, go follow my Twitch. I stream every other week. And I'm loving this chapter. Day 1, I just got on. I checked out the battle pass. You know, honestly, this is one of the best battle passes I think we've ever gotten. I don't think there's a single bad skin in this pass, which is awesome. There might be some that I like barely use. I love Baymax and Godzilla, but I don't really think I'm ever gonna really use them. But they're still good, is my point. They look very good and they're very well made. But pass aside, what about the gameplay? I feel like gameplay is always what I'm the most interested in. Like to see what they changed with the new chapter, because a new chapter launch means, like, you know, big new changes, and by God, they pretty much fixed everything. I am a chapter 5 apologist, right? I will say I enjoyed chapter 5 for what it was, but comparing chapter 5 to chapter 6 is like comparing chapter 2 to chapter 3. I didn't hate chapter 2, but goddamn, chapter 3 is just so much better, and it fucking shows without a fucking doubt. I love it all. I love it all. It's all so good. We got multiple biomes here on this new map. It's all Japanese themed with a bunch of POIs. I think we have like 17 or something like that, which is insane for a chapter launch. So we have a ton of new POIs here. And they're just having fun with them. They're having fun with the naming schemes. They're having fun with like the ideas and stuff. They're all very well made. Like I feel like I can land at each one of these POIs and like actually enjoy fighting there, which I think is a good thing. The map size is pretty big, all things considered, but honestly, it doesn't feel like it's much of an issue because we have mobility again. Thank you, Epic Games. I love you. And the weapons are hit scan. The weapons are hit scan. I think that's the biggest thing. I never hated bullet drop. I never saw bullet drop to be too much of an issue in chapter 5, and I honestly really like how it did feel with some ARs. And objectively speaking, bullet drop did just take more skill, which I think is a lot of the reason why people didn't like it, because it, you know, you had to lead your shots. And I understand it's not the most enjoyable thing to do. I completely get it, but it objectively just took more skill, and at the end of the day, I just don't think that it was as big of a deal, especially by the end of the chapter when I had pretty much mastered bullet drop. However, I would be lying if I said that I didn't like hit scan more. I like it feels better. It's objectively easier to shoot people. It's objectively easier to use these guns, and all in all, I think that that's better when you can just pick up a gun and just know how it works. Just get a good feel for it instead of having to just completely rethink how you're doing your weapons, I guess. I don't know how to put it. Also, weapon mods are gone, and I'm honestly happy about this more than the bullet drop thing. I am gonna be completely for real. I'm not a big fan of weapon mods. They were enjoyable in season 1, and then every other season after, they just felt like an afterthought. I felt like, okay, well, I'm just not even gonna bother modding my guns because there's only like 2 mod benches on the map, which is fucking stupid, by the way. And I don't know. I prefer not having those. So having hit scan, no weapon mods, we're pretty much back to what Fortnite was, and I think that that's a great thing. All the weapons here are great. We finally have a good shotgun meta too, by the way. I am a huge fan of the Sentinel Pump. I think that's my favorite so far. I've had like maybe one person tell me they don't like this thing, and you know who you are with your bad takes. Just calling you out here without saying your name. The auto shotgun is not super overpowered, which is a great thing. It feels more like attack shotgun at the end of the day, and I think that that's exactly what we needed from something like that. The only one here I'm not a big fan of is the Oni shotgun. I think the Oni shotgun is arguably one of the worst shotguns they've ever put into the game, and I've seen some people say that like, oh, this is better than like the Ranger. It feels like the Ranger, but just better. I don't agree. I don't know where you get that, and I don't think that this thing is good. I don't think it's good at all. Genuinely probably the only weapon in the loophole that I will not be picking up this season, like at all. And it sucks because there's like the weapon expertise thing, which we'll get into stuff like that a little later. SMGs this season are pretty cool too. We have what is it, the Surge Fire SMG and then the Veiled Precision SMG. The Surge Fire SMG, you know, the more you shoot it, the faster it goes, which is a pretty neat idea. It's not the worst thing in the world, but the Veiled Precision SMG just completely like dominates it. Like that thing, if you get the mythic one, oh my god, like it's just, oh, it's so good. And then we don't have snipers this season, which is fucking awesome. Like that actually makes me kind of happy. I don't know if we're gonna be getting them later on, but it feels nice to just not have a season with snipers. I mean, honestly, that was probably my favorite thing about the Marvel season in chapter 5, just the fact that we didn't have snipers, which is weird because I do love sniping, but like it just gets old after a while getting sniped from super far away. Like I don't know. I think that this season is just a little more enjoyable because of that. We've also returned to Fortnite being fun in both builds and zero build. I have played my fair share, and yes, I can confirm that they are both good. And with how the map is designed and just how things look, it actually runs really fucking well on my fucking PC. It feels like we've had 2 chapters now where the game just hasn't run good at all. Chapter 5 season 1, 2, and 3 ran pretty well, but then for some reason in season 4 I just started getting frame dips again, and then chapter 2 remix happened, and like, you know, I've already said my opinions on chapter 2 remix in my podcast. You can go ahead and check that out, and it was I liked it. I had a lot of fun with it. I preferred it to OG1, which I mean that I don't know, that's an unpopular opinion, but that's just how I feel. With this like current chapter that we just got, it's just very nice. Everything's so pretty. All the POIs are just phenomenal. Everything about this map is great. And though we have some POIs that are kind of random, like I don't know why the bridge is a POI, or like the gas station, you know, bird, which again just kind of tells me that they are just having fun with some of the locations and like the naming and whatnot. I ultimately just kind of feel like they are kind of random inclusions, but like I'm welcoming it. You know, we have a lot of POIs here that honestly didn't need to be named, but whatever. Some of the names are funny too. I mean, you know, anybody want to drop Whiffy Wharf? I don't know. I'm loving it. Honestly, this chapter is amazing, and I think it's gonna be crazy too because we have chapter 1 returning in a couple of days, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm not very excited for the return of chapter 1. I don't think that it's interesting enough to me. I think that the OG pass that we're getting looks pretty good. I think the skins in there are pretty good, but like I don't really see a reason to play that when chapter 6 is so good. When chapter 6 just absolutely takes every aspect of what makes Fortnite enjoyable, at least so far, and just meshes it into one. We're getting some weapons back later in the season that are from previous seasons, and I think that that's exciting. Like, we're getting the kinetic blade back. We might be getting the lock-on pistol back. Like, honestly, I think that this season is just more fun than whatever Fortnite OG is going to give us. And I'm not very interested. But the difference with OG is that they're running every chapter 1 season again. So every 2 months we're gonna get a new chapter 1 season. So when we get to the seasons that I personally give a shit about, I'll be hopping on that a little bit more. But I think that like for the launch I'll like check it out, but like I'm just not gonna be very interested, honestly. Also, another thing to talk about is like the Oni masks and stuff. So we have 2 Oni masks in the game right now. That's kind of the whole idea, is like magic and Oni masks and shit. And we have 2 of them right now. We have a fire Oni mask and we have a void Oni mask. And I don't know if we're gonna get more over the course of the season, but if we just have these 2, I am perfectly content with it because these are awesome. The fire one basically just lets you shoot fireballs, you know, feel like Super Mario or some shit, or you know, that one wizard meme thing, whatever. It's a fun one, but like the void one is where it's at, man. Like I've just got to be honest with you, having mobility like this just feels so good. You basically throw down like a little void portal, and then you can right click and just teleport to it, and it feels so good, like so good. I don't even need to explain why it feels so good. I genuinely think that this has to be one of the best items they've ever put to the game. Like I'm gonna glaze it. I'm gonna glaze it. It's fucking awesome. Everything gameplay wise is awesome. I don't think there's a single bad thing about this season, or a single thing that would make me not want to play the game right now. This map is amazing. The loot pool is amazing. The only bad weapon in the loot pool is actually the Oni shotgun, so I kind of just fucking lied to y'all, but like still, I am a big fan Fortnite Chapter 6 Season 1. I think in terms of first impressions, I'm not saying the season as a whole, but in terms of first impressions, this is absolutely a 10 for me. Like, I love everything that they put out so far. But there's one thing that is dragging quite a bit of it down, and it was trending online the other day. And that is the XP. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what Epic Games were cooking with the XP in this chapter. It's terrible. It's genuinely terrible. I get on and I get maybe like 3 levels in the time that I'm playing. It doesn't feel like I'm getting enough XP to a point where I bought tiers. I wanted to use Daigo really fucking bad, and Epic Games got to me. They got to me. They knew that I was wanting to fucking just get certain cosmetic. I don't fucking know. I feel like the XP is it's just not good. It's just not good. If I hadn't gotten the 25 tier bundle thing, I wouldn't be as far into the past as I am right now. But I will genuinely encourage the people that have the money to spend on stuff like that to get that 25 tier thing. They have separated levels from tiers, and you know, that's not like a big issue or anything. It's just like it's just weird. It's just really weird. And I have to grind through a whole nother pass soon, the OG pass. And I mean, you know, I'm going to be doing it alongside the normal battle pass, so it won't be as big of a deal, but I feel like my point still stands. I am not a fan of how Epic Games handled XP this season. You don't get playtime XP in Battle Royale anymore. They removed milestones, and people are going out of their way to find XP glitches right now. I think that says enough. Epic Games, if there's one thing I can criticize you on for this chapter, it's the XP. I think that it's just terrible, and it's going to maybe discourage some people from playing the game. As someone who just enjoys the game for the gameplay and kind of sees XP as a little bit of a secondary thing, it's not affecting me as much. I still love the chapter, and I think that is genuinely one of the best chapter launches we've ever had, like since chapter 3. This is like legitimately competing with chapter 3 season 1 for me. I I'm just gonna be honest with you when I say that XP is it's just not good. I have faith in Epic to fix it though. They've been doing a really good job about listening to the community as of late and just to criticisms and whatnot. I mean, we have hit scan, they remove weapon mods. I feel like going forward, if there's a change and people are taking to it negatively, Epic Games are gonna change it. They're gonna pivot. They're gonna make things right, and it'll be okay in the end. Overall, though, I want to hear how y'all think about the chapter. Go ahead, start some discussions in the comments. Reminder to keep it mature. Don't get immature down there. I don't like seeing immature comments because I think that it's fucking annoying. I've gotta be honest with y'all. Some of y'all are fucking spoiled. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Shameless promo. I have a battle royale map. It's called Legends Battle Royale. You can play it on Fortnite right now. I am currently working on the new update because it broke for a while. But hey, go check it out. There's a link to it in the replies, or not replies, the description. Also in the description, you'll find my blue sky. I no longer post on Twitter because it is owned by the muskrat we call Elon Musk. Rat. I don't want to post there anymore, and I don't like the people that run the platform. My community is an open space, and I feel like it's going to be safe for everyone in the LGBTQA plus community, and just any real community. We're all positive, we're all welcoming, we're all inclusive, and a place like Twitter just doesn't feel like that. So you can go and find me on Blue Sky, and that's just how it is. Also, be sure to subscribe. I'm slowly getting back to making content. I still don't think it's going to be consistent, but you know, a video here and there. Like, I mean, hey, y'all get to watch it. I'm also uploading Legends trailers and stuff, so I guess that's cool. Go play my map, please. I'm actually begging you. I don't make money from these things. I just make them because I want to make them. I don't do it for the money. I do it for fun, man. I like doing things for fun. That's it. I'm not dragging this outro out anymore. Add fucking shameless promo aside. I'll see y'all in my next video, which will hopefully be a gameplay video. All right. Later. What?
TP'd.
What the
She teleported from the island.